Good morning, everyone. It is a beautiful day. We got some slight cloud coverage. I'm wearing a schematic t-shirt, and there is now an official video request. Now, I asked for the request, so it's not someone who just came out of the blue with it. But I was talking with a good friend of mine, and this friend of mine had actually started a new Facebook page. Just sent out some new people, or sent out, they started a new Facebook account, and they only invited certain people over, and oh my goodness, what is this? That is terrible. I know, I'm weird. I don't really filter myself on these, which is alright. Scab City. And kind of why I'm glad I got this topic today. Because my friend, I'm not going to reveal her name because I didn't ask permission, but my friend, she started a new Facebook account because she wanted things to be more positive, more uplifting. She wanted to be happy. And this is a friend that I legitimately love. I've felt very close to this friend for quite a while, and I don't think it's a romantic love or anything like that. I mean, she has a boyfriend. I think they're actually engaged. I don't know. I know that they've been together for a while and they're happy together, and I'm not even going to try to attempt to pursue that. But anyway, I'm getting off track. This friend of mine, I've noticed that she's been kind of down lately, and I haven't been able to say anything on it because I feel like I wouldn't have been able to really help on this. But I'll talk to you directly for a moment. I love you. I want to be a better friend for you, and I hope that you can forgive me for not really being there lately. I've been dealing with my own thing, and I'm still dealing with my own thing, but I want there to be more to us than just, commenting on Facebook. I want there to be an open dialogue between the two of us, because I appreciate your friendship, and the fact that I'm one of the people who you chose to be in with you on your new Facebook account actually means a lot to me. So thank you. And I would really like it if we talked more face to face or on Facebook Messenger. Anyway, that's a good segue into today's topic, because this friend of mine, just when I asked what she thought a good topic for the video would be today, is forgiveness and essentially letting people back in your life, accepting those people back into your life, instead of simply being like, okay, I forgive you, but sorry, there was a skunk and I was not going to run over that shit. No way in hell am I going to do that. Fart cat. Sheesh. I think skunks are absolutely beautiful creatures, but I do not want skunk stink all over my car, so yeah, I will avoid them whenever possible. Actually, my first time to ever see a live skunk. Huh. I mean, I've just like anyone else who takes the roads, I've seen dead skunks. I've even accidentally run over dead skunks because I didn't notice them. But as soon as that car bumped, I was like, woo! Anyway, forgiveness. And, like, I can't remember the exact wording that she used when she originally asked for it. But it's essentially being able to forgive someone enough to let them back into your life completely. And that's rough. And I want to start off with this with this as you don't have to forgive everyone completely. You do need to not let it control you. But this is a rough one. And I'm bound to get emotional. This is another reason why I'm glad it was suggested. Because it needs to be talked about more. We are currently in a world where no one forgives anyone. We have I'm sure it's fully aware that I'm not the biggest fan of these extremist groups. Many of them started with good intentions, but have now turned to be very similar to terrorist groups. If not on the whole, at least on the part. And I am angry that people aren't willing to stand up to them. And it can't be someone on the outside like me. I can only do so much. This has to be someone on the inside to put a stop to this. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Now, that all being said, I forgive you. If you feel like you haven't done enough, or that you're not doing, or that you could be the one to do that, I forgive you. If you are a major part of this and you know that it's wrong, or even if you don't know it's wrong, I forgive you. If you've hurt anyone, killed anyone, acted up against anyone who I do or don't know and care about, I forgive you. If you've done me wrong, I forgive you. I hope that you can forgive me as well someday. Because I have been far from perfect. And I will still talk out against those I believe are wrong. But I'm not the last voice out there. I'm far from it, actually. Now, on to forgiveness. It is very important that you forgive people. Don't harbor that hatred. It's not good for you, and it's not going to do anything for them, because most of the time, it doesn't affect them. So the only person you're hurting is yourself. And that's not worth it. And if the person is trying to make an active, it's like trying to actively seek out your forgiveness, and they're trying. It's hard to accept someone who's hurt you back. It is damn near impossible to do it. it's hurting you. Again, nothing good comes from harboring hatred. Don't completely accept them back in right away. Make sure that they know that there's a chance that you may never accept them again. But give them that chance. Because, as I've said before, relationships are complicated. Even friendships. And I do think it's important to forgive as many people as possible. Sympathize. And yeah, that's my entire take on it. I know that it's not the end all be all amazing. It's not my normal thing. Like, I try to be understanding of people, but I don't really talk on this stuff all that much. That's mainly because it's hard to talk about. I've had plenty of people hurt me before, and I honestly don't see the point in completely forgiving them. But I know I should. And if you think that I'm angry at you, if you think that I'm holding a grudge against you, probably am. I try to be deep-minded and understanding on things, but I've been hurt so many times my heart feels raw. In many cases, I'd rather die than experience that kind of pain again. But this is me saying, if you think I'm holding a grudge against you, I was. But now I'm not. I forgive you. I forgive you for hurting me. I forgive you for lashing out against me. I forgive you for harming those I love. And if you're watching this and you think you're one of those people, please talk to me. And I challenge you to do the same to others. If you're watching this video and there are people out there who you do hold things against them, you don't think you can ever forgive them, ask for their forgiveness. Ask them to forgive you for holding it against them, for not letting them be forgiven. Ask their forgiveness for not talking things out with them, for not trying. Even if you've tried in the past, you haven't tried lately, and that's hurting you and that's hurting them. So please, be the bigger person and ask for forgiveness. And if this person still hurts you after that, let them go. If they continue on the same path that they've been going on, don't make them a major part of your life. Just tell them that they're forgiven, that you hold nothing against them, but you can't have that negativity in your life. And yeah, again, it is going to be rough. But I think you'll be better from it. Actually, when my friend asked me to talk about this, a book came up in my mind. A book that I read when I probably needed forgiveness the most. At least in my teenage years. I've been sort of a jerk throughout my younger adult life. And there is one person I can think of right off the top of my head that I'm going to have a hard time forgiving. But I forgive you. And you probably don't even know who you are. But you are forgiven. But this book is called The Gift of Forgiveness. And it is actually a Christian book. I wish more Christians would read it. Because this is something that a lot of Christians are forgetting about. And I've actually brought up some topics brought up in this book, or talked about in this book already. But let me talk on a story that is in that book. There was once a mother who wanted a son and a daughter. That's all she wanted in life. She just wanted one son and one daughter. She had her first son, and it was fine. She was like, oh, cool. This is wonderful. Going exactly as planned. And then she had her second son. And after she had her second son, she was no longer happy. If memory serves correct, and it's been over 10 years since I've even looked at this book. But if memory serves correct, after she had her second son, she couldn't have any children anymore. She tried for a while, but she just couldn't. Well, she held it against her second son. And her first son, she treated him like he was the best thing ever. Like, he was mommy's little angel. And she never forgave her son for something that he had absolutely no control over. For years, she held that against him. Until it started growing and getting worse, and that anger and that hatred just blew completely out of proportion. Well, as that anger kept on getting worse and kept on getting worse, she started lashing out against even her favorite son. The good child, as she thought. So she ruined that relationship with both of her children. Simply because she couldn't have any more. And that's kind of how bad it can be. Holding something potentially simple against someone who doesn't even realize that they've done anything wrong, or someone who didn't do anything wrong, but they haven't met your complete expectations. And on that note of Christianity, I need to bring up Jesus on this. Because a lot of people forget what he was, what he stood for. He did not so that no one could make it to heaven. And Jesus came along. I believe the scripture that puts it best in there is that cursed is he who is killed on a tree, which, log, tree, cross, wood, you get it. And that's what Jesus was there for. He was the perfect example of forgiveness. And although no one can be as perfect as he was, there's a lot of things that we can take from him. We should honestly be trying to forgive people a lot easier than what we do. People came to Jesus and they asked straight up, Lord, may I be forgiven, for I have sinned. Ask and it shall be given. Ask and it shall be given. That is it. If someone comes to you seeking your forgiveness, whether you're Christian or not, please understand that they're coming to you and they probably feel broken. Them coming to you and asking for that forgiveness is probably something that's hard on them. It's definitely been hard on me when I've asked for forgiveness from people. Forgiveness will never be easy. It's not meant to be. It's hard on those who seek it, and it's hard on those who give it. Because none of us are perfect. None of us. The end all be all on anything. I have a hard time forgiving people too. But I make this challenge. Be 3 people who have done you the worst damage. You have a way to contact them and have it be safe. I'm not asking you to put yourself in any danger. So understand. If you reach out to someone knowing that they may do something dangerous or harmful to you, don't go for them. Just those who you reach out to them and you won't put yourself in harm's way. 3 people. 3 specific people. And for those of you who have this anger or hatred towards groups of people, and you guys know I'm not happy with KKK, Black Lives Matters, alt-left, alt-right, any of this. I want you to know I forgive all of you. I don't trust you. But I'm not going to harbor any type of anger or hatred towards you any longer. If you are part of these groups and you think that you are doing good, I would like to start an open discussion on that so that I can understand things better. I may never agree with you, because I don't think any type of hate is good at all. Which is why I'm doing this now. Why I'm saying this. Itchy head. Suddenly itchy up my head. So, if anyone has any thoughts, but yeah, forgive three people you can safely contact who have burned you the worst. And those of you who have done me wrong in any way whatsoever, left me in the dust, forgotten me, ignored me, made me feel worthless. I forgive you. And there's something in my eye. Sorry. Seriously. It's like something crusty. Maybe it's just sand in my eyes or something. But I want you guys to know. I want everyone who sees this video to know that everyone's forgiven. If anyone does want to talk about this, or if anyone needs help, I'm here. Leave a comment down below. If you're too shy about things, you can go to my Twitter and message me on there. Man with Blue Fox. Yeah, man with I can never remember. I think it's Man with a Blue Fox. I think it actually is Man with a Blue Fox. Anyway. Still a beautiful day, and I actually have more than Zip Fizz today. This is not coffee. In the Fabulous app, it says to switch out coffee with tea, and so today's tea is actually a Bengal spice, and it's been a while since I've had this, and I didn't add like any milk or sugar to it because I wanted it to be like just tea. I feel like doing anything more or adding anything to it would kind of detract away from what I'm trying with the Fabulous app, which is a healthier, better me. Healthier, better me. And no egg sandwich today. I actually quickly made some scrambled eggs. So here we go. Really like the aftertaste of these kinds of teas. Like a really well-made spiced tea. Let me just mix this up just a little bit more because I don't think I've nice aroma to it. And like, I really like herbal teas. Like, anyone who knows me knows that. Matcha, any type of green tea, chai. If it's tea, then I enjoy it. And I recently saw a comic that was like people against or coffee drinkers versus tea drinkers, and made me kind of chuckle. And then it had the cocoa drinker who essentially said, I like to add sprinkles to mine. Or sometimes I add sprinkles to mine, and I thought it was pleasantly adorable. But yeah, if you, I don't know what else to say on this, because I'm now in a happier mood. Now that I've gotten all of that off my chest, and I've talked a bit more on things. Yeah, let's get something done in personal life. My daughter's birthday is in less than 2 weeks. That's nice. That's nice. And what else? Well, there's a lot of planning that goes on along with that. But I don't remember if I told you guys, but my daughter is going to be spending like a little over a month, maybe a month and a half. Actually, I think it's closer to 2 months. She'll be gone from like the 4th of September up until the 27th of October. So right before Halloween, which is going to be awesome. And it'll actually be the first time we've spent time away from each other. Like, my daughter is gonna be turning 3, and the longest I've been without her is like 2 or 3 days. And I know she's still a toddler. She's still young, and there are going to be plenty of other times where she's not with me, and this is something I fully accept. But I'm gonna miss her. Like, it's gonna be prime time for me to be able to get the house clean, get some stuff I wanted taken care of done, and, you know, relax, not have to worry about picking her up, so I have a little bit of a social life. And yeah, it'll definitely be. Who am I kidding? I'm gonna miss her like crazy. I'm not wanting to cling to my daughter, but I do absolutely adore her, and the main reason I'm doing this is so that she gets some time with her grandparents, because they live in Georgia now. We live in Salt Lake, Utah. Yeah, we live in Utah, obviously. And her grandparents don't get much time with her. least on my side of the family. And I don't think that's completely right. I think that she deserves some time with her other grandparents. And so, yeah. It's just going to be rough for a little bit. Now, that being said, I'm more than happy to let her get some of that time, because I had some really good time with my grandparents growing up. I would spend summers over with them, and it was nice, but I didn't realize what all that would mean as I got older, and I don't exactly know what's going to happen. But I do know that there's going to be a lot of things that she has that I need growing up, because I'm going to be working and striving towards that. So yeah. Sorry. And yeah, right now my house is a mess, and me always having to make sure that she's taken care of has kind of been a drain on me being able to pick up, and so it's not just going to be me picking things up and leaving them how they are, because there are going to be a lot of things that are gone or moved, or yeah, it's taken care of in that way. So yeah, if you actually stayed for the entirety of this video, past the part about forgiveness, which was the main topic of the video, thank you. I actually appreciate you guys watching for the whole nearly 40 minutes. It is much appreciated. But from here, I'm going to let you all go, because you guys don't need to listen to my odd ramblings. And again, thank you for watching. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.